Hello, I'm back. So I joined Weight Watchers, like I said I was, and I lost 3.5 pounds this week. So I'm super psyched about that. Um, it was it wasn't as bad tracking as I thought it was going to be, but I'm a self sabotager, and so I did track on Monday. I started on Monday, um, the January 6th. And then I tracked all the way up until Saturday evening, and then I went to my niece's birthday party, and they had some delicious pozole. And I had told myself before I got there that I was only going to, I didn't know what they were having, but I knew that they would have delicious appetizers. And so I had told myself that I was not going to eat the appetizers, but guess who ate the appetizers? But I did eat a lot of blueberries and strawberries, and I have these delicious round little Mexican chip things that I put on with my, such a weird combo, but I put my blueberries and strawberries on that, and to me it was delicious. And then we had pozole, and then you could add meat. They had chicken or pork, and I was only gonna have a bowl, but I think I had two. And then on Sunday, um, I didn't. I had cottage cheese in the morning, and then I went to a party. I went to the jazzercise party, and then I ate a lot of stuff there. But I do have to say that in my not, there's no excuses. But I did make better choices than what I normally would, because like at the jazzercise party, I had salads, and not that salads are the healthiest thing, but it was the healthier choice of the two. So, and I'm really good, like I said, about self sabotaging myself. And so, for the first week, losing what I did and still eating kind of on the path of being good was a lot harder than what I thought. But my mindset, I have to say, is positive and telling myself, you can do this. No, you shouldn't be eating that. But since you are, don't try not to do any more than what you are doing. So that was good. I do need to focus on drinking more water than what I have been drinking, because the first couple days I was in and out of the bathroom the whole time, but I kind of weaned off, and I definitely felt better when I was drinking more water, and I could tell like my workouts were a little bit better, and just I am feeling better than what I have been. I feel like my attitude in the inside, maybe not on the outside, but on the inside is changing, where I'm telling myself I can do that. And that's huge. Like on the last time, I said like confidence and things like that, and I lacked that. And I'm trying to build that up, because it is hard to take the compliments instead of believing the negative. And that's my problem, is that I do the negative to myself. Like I don't need for anyone to say, "Oh, you look chunky," or "You are not very nice," or whatever, because I do that to myself. I don't need help doing that. I beat myself up, and that's a bad thing. And it's a bad thing because I pass it on to my kids. I look over there because one of my kids is over there. And it's a bad habit, because nothing is sexier than being confident. Nothing stands out more than being confident. And um, that's part of the self sabotage that I do to myself. Like I said before, I had weighed over 250 pounds, and yet I have that picture, and I show the picture to people, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, you don't look like that anymore." But to me, I do. I still do, and it's hard. It's hard to get over that hump of not feeling like you look like how you did then, but realizing you've come a long way. Like you've come further than what you ever thought that you would, and especially in your mind. Like that person that was there way before was sad and not happy with herself, and I can't even imagine, like I'm telling you, like believing the negative is easier than believing the positive. Like that girl many years ago was beat down even more than what I was now. So to me, I've made strides, and therapy has helped that, believe me, a ton. And I've come millions of miles from that. But I'm still that girl. And when I talk to people, and I even said in the last one, like, I'm always the fat girl. I'm always, but really, like, that's not a positive thing to say about myself or to put out there into the universe. So I'm going to try to wheel that back. That's one of my goals, is like to shed the negative that I feel about myself. And it's just hard. It's just a process, and it's a mindset. Like, um, I've talked to different people about, like, I went to a conference for my daughter, and her teacher said, like, she knows certain things. She holds herself back. She lacks the confidence. Like, she's not confident. Like, yeah, sorry, Riz, that's for me. Um, Even my son got a new job, and I was talking to one of his coworkers, and they're like, he's so great, he's so funny, but he's just not confident. And I take that all on because they get that from me, most of it, also from their dad a little bit. But um, confidence is hard. It's just hard. And if you have it, you have it. And like, I look at people doing selfies and stuff on Instagram and showing their whole body, where still, I'm trying to put myself out there more right now. But people are putting themselves out there and not feeling ashamed of themselves. And the one, in one breath, don't, well, for me, I can only talk for me, but for me, I'm like, in one breath, I'm like, man, I wish I was like that. And the next breath, I'm like, oh, well, why are they doing that? Like, are you getting attention? But that's the wrong mindset to have, to think that. Like, good for them. Good for them for putting themselves out there. Good for them for feeling proud of the way that they are, because to be honest, they look amazing. And who am I to judge anyone else? Like, everyone's on a journey, and if that's what's making them feel confident, then go for it. Do it. I'm all for it. I it's my mind, and that's a lot of people that happens to. That's why we judge, right? We're human. We judge people, and it's sad in one way, but we're human, and we do that. And so I need to find that. I need to feel great. I need to do certain things to make me feel good. And that's why I started this, because I feel like I was lacking something. And so saying, oh, I'm going to do Weight Watchers. Oh, I'm going to do a video blog, and stick with it. Like, that's a lot. And I really haven't told a lot of people. Like, I just now told my daughter that I'm doing it, um, and I've told like a couple of my close friends, but other than that, like, I really haven't said anything, and I haven't shown anyone, because really it is just for me, and my journey is my journey, and everyone has their own thing that they need to go through and get through, and I feel like this is helping just because I don't have therapy anymore, and I kind of miss it. Like, it's like getting your car tuned up, right? Like, you need a tune up in your life, and that was my tune up, mentally. And so now I have this. And to be honest, like, there was a few times where I wanted to pick up and start videotaping, like, how I was feeling, and maybe I should do that, but I didn't, because I'm like, am I doing too much? See, it's me judging my own self. It's me judging that person on Instagram, thinking, why should they do that? Where I told you, I'm the first one to put myself down, where I'm like, oh, see, that might be too much. But who is it too much for if I'm just the one seeing it, or if someone else stumbles upon it? Like, who the hell cares? Like, fuck that. Like, I'm here for me. I'm doing this more for me than anyone. And it's a battle every day for myself, but I hope in what I get out of this is that I can show myself, first off, that I love myself and that I'm confident and I'm worth it, because I am. And second off, and that my kids can see that being confident is super attractive and great. And you attract more positive people when you do that. And so that's a battle that I am working on with myself, and it's always going to be a battle right now because I put myself with confidence with my weight, and that's not the way it should be. Like, no matter what my weight is, I'm still a good person inside. Well, at least I think I am, but it's just the way it is. And you, and no matter what size I am, I need to be happy with me because whether I'm at a party and eating hella appetizers and enjoying myself, at the end of the day, I'm going home with me, and it shouldn't be, oh, that was disgusting, Andrea. Like, no, you're here, you're human. We make bad choices and we learn from those choices, and hopefully we gain confidence by doing that. And loving yourself is more than half the battle. Like, it's everything. It's everything. You attract what you put out. And right now, I'm happy. Like, I was telling my friend, like, I feel I may not be projecting it, like I said earlier, but in the inside, I do feel happy. And that is making me feel really great and good and to keep battling through. So, my goals for this week are to stick with my plan of Weight Watchers and keep jotting down, even if it's bad. um, and I have goals to exercise. I didn't exercise twice today because I got home late and I had to cook dinner, and no excuses, Andrea. But I'm going to go to CrossFit. So I'm going to go to CrossFit at least 4 times this week. I'm going to teach jazzercise twice this week, and in between that I cannot teach, on Wednesday and Saturday, I'm hoping to get out to run if it's not raining. If it's not raining, there's no excuses. You need to get out, whether it's cold or not. Um, and I am proud of myself for joining Weight Watchers, and I'm proud that I did stick with most of the plan and making more mindful choices when I didn't. That they weren't that I ate all the chips and at the party. Like, I did space it out and pick. So I am proud of myself for that, and I am proud of the feeling that I have inside of goodness and feeling positive and looking at myself at a different way. And I hope that next week or whenever I pick up the camera, because that's my other thing, that if I want to pick it up, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do it. And that's all. So I hope to have a good week, or I am going to have a good week, and I will be back.